My name is Michael Budmani. I'm a stage manager, but as you can probably guess from my accent, I'm not a Broadway stage manager. I'm from the United Kingdom, and I've been a stage manager since 1987, which I guess dates me a bit, doesn't it? And I've been really, really fortunate in my professional life. So some of my highlight gigs, I was stage manager for the Royal Shakespeare Company for 5 years. I was head of stage management for Scottish Opera. Then I was head of technical for a while, and I was a member of the stage management team at Birmingham Royal Ballet. And even luckier, I've been a program leader, course director, call it what you will, in tertiary education since 2008. We have at a university in the UK, and since 2016, where I am now, very fortunate and proud to be the program leader for the Diploma in Theatre Production Management at Lasalle College of the Arts in Singapore. So what I'm going to talk to you about today, obviously I'm going to talk to you about CallQ, as Matt said. I should point out that I haven't developed CallQ. I'm not selling CallQ. You can meet those people later on. But I've done some research with CallQ. I've been doing some work with my students, and I just want to share this research with you and just share what I think is a wonderful tool. So if we could move on to the next slide, please. So what is CallQ? So simplistically, it's software that's been designed to aid the training of show calling. And it's been designed by a stage manager, thank goodness, a very renowned stage management educator in the UK by the name of Gail Palin, who I've known for many years. And so, to put simply, CallQ allows you to learn how to call a show, get better at learning how to call a show, but using your laptop or your computer. So CallQ produces a simulated queuing environment where you can upload an archive video and you can queue to that video, and you can turn your QWERTY keyboard into a bunch of responsive deep queue lights for different departments. And it means that so anyone with a laptop and with the software can learn how to queue. And so from an educator's perspective, it's given me two wonderful outcomes. Number one, it's absolutely improved, without a shadow of a doubt, the standard of show calling training in my institution. And number two, which is a wonderful thing, is it's enabled me so students need less one-to-one time with me when using CallQ. So I can train a whole bunch of people how to call a show. I can train them better, and I could do more, or could do a whole bunch of them at the same time. So what's not to like about that? When you're using CallQ, you'll call a sequence, standbys, goes, this, that, and the other. And at the end, if you get a cue wrong, or you call some standbys early or late or whatever, CallQ will stop. It will tell you what you've got wrong, and it will allow you to go back and revisit and do that again. And after the user has called a show or an excerpt of a show, CallQ will produce a show report that will. I call out show reports. It just gives you the running times and shows you any cues you might have got wrong. So I think the best way of demonstrating CallQ is to actually show a little video clip we've got of a student in action. So what you'll see, this is a student of mine from year 2. You'll see that she's got her laptop, and if you look at the keyboard, you'll see she's marked up the keyboard as cue lights. Once you press standby, there's a responder that says standing by as well, which is a nice touch. So you'll see a clip here where she calls some cues, and we've actually picked a clip where she gets cue wrong as well. So you'll see what happens then. So if we're ready, can we run the film, please?
Or I'll hand you over to that man for real. Yeah, but he doesn't fit. So there. That's what you think.
Alex Q11, Sound Q12.
I'm gasping. What do you mean that's what I think?
Go. Stand by, Alex Q12. Thank you. Stand by, Sound Q13 to 16.
Standing by.
Thank you. Alex Q12, Sound Q13. Go.
We all do that when we get a cue wrong. So look, CallQ stopped, and it was reset, and she's going to get the cue sequence again, and I think you get it right this time.
Standby, LXQ12.
Standing by.
Standby, sound cue 13 to 16.
Standing by.
Thank you. LXQ12, sound cue 13. Go.
There you go, she got it right. So there we are. Thank you very much for that. So if we could just move on to the next slide, please. So as I say, this has been, CallQ's been tremendously received by my students at Lasalle. I think if I stopped using it now, not that I have a mind to, I think I'd get all sorts of grief for it. So here's a student testimonial from one student who's been involved in my research. If we moved on to the next one, you'll see two more quotes from two other students. And I think, obviously I'm speaking to you today as a stage management educator, but taking that hat off and putting my stage manager hat on, I think that CallQ has real possibilities. If I were, I'm sure some of you are, if I were a stage manager on a long running show on Broadway or wherever, and there was a change of stage management staffing, or I had somebody else who needed to learn it as a book cover, learn the show as a book cover, then CallQ, you know, if you incorporate the archive video of the show into CallQ and program the cues, CallQ gives you the ability to, I think, to be able to learn the show so much faster. You know, so as well as standing over the outgoing stage manager's shoulder every night watching them call the show, you can then go away and practice on CallQ on your own with your laptop, and if you get a cue wrong, it'll stop. I mean, I could think of shows I've taken over in my time, and I wish CallQ had been available then.